Alright, hello and welcome back to the Steins visual novel. My name is Gamer Going For You, and let us continue on at the lab with Christina. Alright, so Krisu replies, "Cup noodles."
Nani?
Okabe says, "What?"
カップ麺もらうわ。
Krisu says, "I'll have cup noodles."
カップ麺をか?
Okabe says, "Cup noodles?"
ちなみに味は?
Krisu asks, "What flavors?"
醤油味と塩味がある。
Okabe says, "There's soy sauce flavor and chicken flavor. I remember that from the anime, I believe."
塩味
Krisu says, "Chicken." Just had a bit of a shave. It's nice. She seems in the mood to eat.
それとフォークある?
Also, do you have a fork? She asks. A fork. Scene change, huh? Well, skip. Time to skip. Alright. It's past midnight. At 8 o'clock, the two of us silently ate cup noodles and warm bananas. Daru said he didn't want any, and ever since then, we've been examining the phone wave name subject change. I've mainly focused on the terminal mode settings through the X6800. The programs Daru wrote are all wizard class though, so I can't understand most of them. Wizard class, wizard. Oh, nope. An insanely skilled hacker is a wizard. Okay. Interesting. I've never dealt with too much scripting outside of a little bit of game design. Mapping. Karisu's been examining the AC adapter and the lab's electrical switchboard for a while, though we stopped her when she tried to disassemble them. Ah, I like this look. Look at the lab door. That's so neat. That's such a neat lab door. It's kind of standard, but it also looks kind of high-tech. That looks neat. Very, very neat. Oh, I just want to take in the scenery. What the heck is that thing over there on the left? That barrel-looking thing with a knife sticking in it. What the heck? There's also a treasure chest. That's neat. Very neat. Very neat scenery. Oh, I like it. Alright, let's continue. It's early morning and she still shows no sign of leaving. So Christina is still around. Where is she staying anyway? She's been in Japan for 1 or 2 months, and she did say she was going back to America this month. The trains aren't running this late, so I guess she might not be able to leave if she wants to. But in that case, why didn't she leave before the train stopped? Don't tell me she plans to stay. No girls have ever stayed over at the lab. Mayuri has a curfew. So she always goes back home to Ikebukuro. And Daru and I frequently stay here, though. Daru and I frequently stay here, though. It's not an exaggeration to say we live here half the time. Maybe it's normal for American girls to stay overnight in labs.
Christina, こんな時間までここにいていいのか? せめて家に連絡したらどうだ?
Okabe says, "Christina, is it okay to stay here this late? Perhaps you should contact your family."
連絡なんて必要ないから。
Karisu says, "No need."
何? お前の親は放任主義なのか?
Okabe says, "What? Do your parents let you do whatever you want?" Karisu turns to me and sighs.
父親とはかれこれ7年も会ってない。母親はアメリカ。 私は今はホテル暮らし。わかった？
Carissa says, I haven't seen my father in 7 years. My mother is in America. I'm living in a hotel right now. Understand?
No.
Okabe says, what? Living in a hotel? Well, true. Renting an apartment for just a month is absurd, but...
セレブメン。アメリカ人ならホテルよりモーテルだろ。
Okabe says, you darn celebrity. If you're American, then you should at least use a motel instead of a hotel, right?
私はアメリカ人じゃないし、東京のど真ん中にモーテルはないだろ。
Carissa responds, I'm not American, and there aren't any motels in the heart of Tokyo. So she's not American, she was... Or wait, that still wouldn't be necessarily mean to live in there. Is it Japan or not? Japanese or not? Whatever. Anyhow, we're continuing. Yeah, they're still called hotels over here.
どんなホテルだ？
What sort of hotel? Okabe asks.
どんなって、お茶の水にある普通のホテル？
Kurisu says, what do you mean? It's a normal hotel in Ochanomizu.
お茶の水？ではここから歩いて帰れるではないか。
Okabe says, Ochanomizu? Then you can walk from here, can't you?
まあね。
Kurisu says, sure. I see. That's why she's so flexible with her schedule. I finally understand.
では父親の件について聞く。
Okabe says, so, tell me about your father.
は？
Kurisu says, sorry?
7年会っていないと言ったな。
Okabe replies, you said you haven't seen him in 7 years.
なんであんたが私の父親に興味持つのよ。
Kurisu says, why do you care about my father?
お前がこれ見よがしに父親のことを口にしたのではないか。それはつまり、父親の件について相談に乗ってくださいお願いします。というメッセージだろう。
Okabe replies, you're the one who mentioned him. Isn't that basically a hidden message saying, please give me some advice about my father, please? Or father. Please.
そんなわけあるか。
Carissa says, you're crazy.
よかろう。お前は俺の助手だ。助手の悩みには乗ってやらなければな。というわけで、張り切って話すがいい。
Okabe replies, you are my assistant. I can't let my assistant have any worries. So tell me everything that's on your mind. No response from Kurisu. Kurisu pouts and says no more. Interesting. Instead, she glares at the circuit box on the wall.
どうした？
Okabe says, what's wrong?
あんたに話すことなんて何もない。
Carissa says, I have nothing to say to you.
そうか、わかったぞ。
Okabe says, oh, I know.
お前の父親はもともとは英雄だったが、やがてその身を悪に染め、今や帝国の幹部として黒マスクと黒マントを身につけ、こう言っているのだな。そして将来的に親子で戦う運命に。
Oh my goodness. Okabe. Your father was a hero, but then he fell to evil and now he wears a black mask and cape and goes Hiko, right? And in the future, you two are destined to fight and... Kurisu doesn't like that. I think I heard Kurisu's teeth grind.
もしかしてすごく怒っているか？
Okabe says, you're really mad at me, aren't you?
人の家族の問題を。
Kurisu says, Don't make fun. Karisu doesn't look at me in the eye, but her low voice tells me how mad she is.
そうやって茶化さないで。あんた今、私の心に土足で踏み込んだのよ。
Karisu says, of people's family... Dude voice. She does not have a dude voice. Of people's family issues like that, you're trampling on my heart. Ah, interesting. Could her father's situation be a landmine? Maybe I should apologize. I try to think of the words, but before I can say anything... Daru says, "Heck yeah!" Daru's war cry echoes through the lab.
誰やったのか
Okabe says, "Did you get it?"
Mission complete.
Daru says, "Mission completo." Daru shows his white teeth in a wide grin as he gives a thumbs up.
サーバー管理者の ID とパスを手に入れたぜ。これでもう弛緩し放題だ。ヒャッホー
Daru says, I got the server admin's ID and password. Now we can peep as much as we want. Yahoo!
IBN5100 が使われている方のデータベースは
Rintaro says, and the IBN 5100 database?
そっちは独立して存在してるわけで、今回は全然関係ないだろ上皇。
Daru says, that's separate, duh. The server admin's unrelatable.
そもそもそんな特殊なプログラムで組まれたデータベースじゃアクセスできる人間だって限られるっしょ。所長クラスでもアクセスできないっぽい。
He continues, I mean, it's a database with normally unreadable code, so there's a limit on who can access it. Doesn't look like even the lab director can access it.
所長クラス以上の役職など存在するのか
Okabe says, there are positions higher than that.
セルン評議会ってのがあるらしい。
Daru says, there's something called the CERN Executive Council.
評議会とはいかにもなネーミングだな
Okabe says, so they call it a council, eh? Eh?
いかにもって何が
Daru says, what about it?
ラスボスとしてのネーミングに決まっているだろう
Okabe says, it's a fitting name for our enemy. Karisu. Karisu looks at me coldly. Whatever. Let's leave the IBN 5100 database for another day.
ダル早速タイムトラベル理論についての情報があるか調べてくれ
Okabe says, run a search for data on time travel research.
オキドキ。前に調べたとき Z プログラムってのが怪しかったよな。
Daru says, okie dokie. That Z program we saw last time was suspicious, wasn't it?
それとゼリーマンズレポートだ
Okabe says, that and the Jellyman's report. We couldn't get concrete information on either before. Karisu stares holes into the monitor. Her angry expression has disappeared.
とくと見ておくがいいそしてその目に焼き付けるセルンがしている世界への欺瞞という現実をな
She still doesn't look happy in that shot, I'm sorry, but she don't. Alright, Okabe says, look carefully and burn it into your eyes. The proof of CERN's actions. Its deceit upon the world.
うほう見つけた。LHC 計画担当責任者来たこれ。
Alright, Daru says, oh yeah, baby. Found the LHC project supervisor.
責任者ということはかなり重要なポストだな
Alright, Okabe says, the supervisor. That's a pretty important post.
今そいつの PC を覗いてるぞよ。
Daru says, right now we're peeking inside his computer.
Z プログラム Z プログラムと
He continues, Z program,
Z はゼリーの略で間違いないな。
Okabe says, Z obviously stands for jelly, zeri. That must be what it is in Japan. But we are out of time and we have to wait until next time to see what the finds are. Interesting. Alright. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for more. More of the Steins Gate visual novel. I will see you up ahead. Take her cool.